Well, you said you drove over here. What was it like going home for a couple days and then the trip over?
It was, a 15-and-a-half-hour drive, so I can't say it was great, but I did stop down in Provo, so took a little bit of a break halfway through. But when I go home to California, I wanted to have my car and some of my belongings, so that's why I chose to drive.
So you drove from Boise to here, and then you're going to go to California?
Yep, and then back to California after the game with my
Wow.
family.
Did you graduate? Are you done? Is that why you got everything down?
I'm a college graduate, yes I am. I believe it was last Saturday was the graduation ceremony, so I got that degree.
So you packed up the car then and everything? You have nothing left? Cleaned out the locker, all that stuff?
No, I cleaned out the locker, yes, but I still have some stuff up at the house. My lease is up through May.
Okay.
So I'll be kind of back and forth between California and Boise. So. Yeah.
What was that like, getting in the car and not knowing, just leaving as a graduate, knowing you only had one game left? I mean, did you get any emotional at all or think about it? Or?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it was a bittersweet moment being that, I've been here since I was an 18-year-old, kid, and now I'm 23 leaving. So definitely that bittersweet feeling. I'm excited to start the next chapter of my life, but I will miss all these guys in football.
You going to stick with your academic side, or are we going to see you try out as a punter?
I mean, I can't say I won't try. If something comes of it, then that's awesome. But if not, then I have other paths to take, and hopefully, medical school is the next option.
Well, what are your thoughts? Are you going to try to put a tape together, or try to get an agent, or do something at least right away, or what?
As of right now, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I have my kicking coach that I've worked with throughout my whole kicking experience, and so he kind of has all of that knowledge that is going to kind of guide me throughout the rest of this chapter.
Do you think you could punt at the next level? I mean, you obviously led the Mountain West in net punting, I think, or in punting yards. I mean, is that something you think you could do if you wanted to?
Yeah, I mean, you have to have the confidence. Otherwise, if you go into it thinking that you can't do it, then you never will. So, I mean, I'm just going to train hard for the next few months and see what happens.
You seniors have 39 wins for your career. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but I think, 14, Joe? 15 years in a row you guys have had 40 wins. Is that being talked about, or is that big deal at all, keeping the streak going with 40?
Yes and no. I mean, we're here to win a bowl game, and so if we do that, we will get that 40, I guess. And, we don't want to be the senior class to not do that, but yeah, that's on the back of the mind to carry that tradition.
What about just to win in your last game? How big is that?
Oh, huge. I mean, we're here to win games, and ultimately that's the goal, and as a senior class you want to go out on top, so against Baylor, who's a really good team too.
You and Tyler spent a lot of time together the last couple of years. What's these next 4 or 5 days going to be like? Have you thought about the fact that you and him might be going your separate ways too?
Yeah, I mean, I know we'll stay in touch long after football's over, but we are rooming together here at the bowl side, so that should be a good time. He always brings the Xbox and we play games and whatnot, so definitely we'll keep in touch with him after football's over, so it'll be that bittersweet feeling.
You had a great year this year. What do you attribute all of it to? Because it looked like you, the cover people, the people that downed the ball, it just looked like the punt game, as far as of all the special teams, was the strongest.
Yeah, I think, for myself personally, it came down to that confidence, having the 4 years under my belt to, this is my last year, go out on top and just kick with that confidence, and trusting the other 10 guys around me, because they did a tremendous job, it's not what I do, they're the ones covering the kicks and forcing the fair catches, so I think that's kudos to them.